highlighting the people and places that support, grow, and promote our sport. This is TNT Off the Rail. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Don't forget to enable live notifications so you don't miss anything. Please note that Off the Rail is a live show. Calls and comments will be recorded for use by TNT Off the Rail. Some segments are pre-recorded. Be a part of the show. Hit us up in the chat or comments. Text us 833-868-7665. We will call you on air if you want. Like, share, start a watch party. It's time for TNT Off the Rail. Let's get the show started.
Oh, hey, whoa, big old black screen. Hey, what's up, buddy? Friday night?
Hey, it's Friday night. It's another episode of Off the Rail coming to you live at the legendary Pigeon Coop.
Oh, why is it? Oh, that's why it's doing that. Yeah, it is.
There's been a lot of action around here lately. A lot of action. We got to talk about that. Don't forget to let me remind you we had a grudge match the other night between Danny Blackburn and Trent Bertlow. The Pigeon Coop tournament is down to 2 players, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Sam Maggio out of Walnut, Illinois, and all the way from Sterling, Illinois, Jason Welker. They're in the finals. Sam's going to have to come back and double dip him. I'd like to congratulate also Jeremiah Easley, who was nice enough. He donated his winnings back.
I saw that.
What a guy. He almost had me in tears. He didn't have to do that. He could have kept the money. I know money's tight for that gentleman, too, because money ain't growing on trees these days, as we all well know. And big shout-out to Steve Oder. He took 3rd place. So, yep, it's down to the last 2. They're going to play it on Sunday. We're going to put it on the stream. And, so, yeah, it's going to be a good time.
What time are they doing that?
I don't know. I
was going to say, nobody's told me yet.
Well, it's going to be on Sunday, and it's going to be in the afternoon. So what time? I'm sure I don't know. I think, for some reason, 5 o'clock sticks in my head. Now, I know we got football and all that stuff going on, but my good friend, Mr. Trent Bertlow, hooked me up with a situation where I can hook something up to the TV. We can sit out here and watch football, too.
There you go.
So it'll be a good time.
Sweet. Oh, you made me. I lost where I was at in my sharing.
So we got that, and
we got
a lot of tournaments to go over.
We do. We have some. Yeah, we have a lot of. Dang it! Sorry, we have a lot of results to talk about. Our friend Roy, of course, sent us some more stuff. You guys got to be as cool as Roy. Nobody sends in enough stuff anymore.
And we got to give a big shout out. Big shout out to the big traveler, Hans, our big fan.
Yeah.
Our super fan. He came all the way from Nebraska. He played in Dave's place at the tournament there. I'm sure we'll be going over that too.
We will.
He drove all this way. He probably
no. His wife.
Well, his wife. Yeah. Well, his wife drive, and then she was nice enough to drive me home, drop me off, because her and I were getting tired. I was knocked out of the tournament.
They were both so cool.
And Hans actually knocked me out of the tournament. He knocked me out of the tournament.
Did he? Was it
I
him?
think he knocked James Brashaw. No, I don't know if he knocked James out or not, but I know he knocked Rick out. He knocked me out.
Yeah.
Knocked a couple other guys out. He played pretty good. I had him by the kahunas, and I let him off the hook.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It all blends together.
And then I had the other guy on the hill, and I let him off the hook. So I played really good until it was time to, cash in some money.
Right, you did. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm sharing. You know how this goes.
So, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, that was a very good turnout. We had 28 players for that.
Yeah,
that was really nice. It was a nice turnout for that.
A lot of new players.
We're gonna talk about Racks on the Rocks for the big tournament, the team tournament that went on down there. We're gonna be interviewing the first place team.
Well, most of the first place team.
Well, a couple of the guys, anyways. They're gonna be joining us here in a few minutes.
We're gonna give them a call in like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. So, and a lot of stuff now. We got some potentially bad news.
We're gonna save that for after we talk to George.
Okay.
Because I know
You got an opinion on this?
Yes, I'm going to warn you. I've got some stuff to say about this one, and
I have a feeling he's going to come unglued, ladies and gentlemen.
I might.
You're not going to go political on me, are you?
No, I don't know. The whole thing just irritates me. We'll just put it that way.
Well, I can probably see why. I mean, it's
the timing is horrible. It's like it seems like it's caught every time they decided to do this. It was right when I was supposed to be starting my stuff.
What was that noise in my ears?
That was my Ring camera. I forgot to turn my volume off.
I heard dogs barking in my earphones.
Somebody was wandering around by my house or something.
So, but anyways, yeah, we got a lot of that to talk about, and like I said, the racks on the ILLOWA Cup winners. We're going to be interviewing a couple of the captain and a couple other players or whatever's going to be on the show here and shortly. Going to be giving them a call. And like I said, I mean, the Pigeon Coop tournament ran smoothly. And here's what I'm thinking about doing, because we're gonna have another tournament. We're gonna have another tournament after this one gets done. I just trying to decide whether or not I'm gonna do 10-ball, because we haven't done a 10-ball one yet.
I think we should.
I think we should do a 10-ball one too. But herein lies the problem with the 10-ball one. Not a lot of people around this area play 10-ball, and then I'm probably going to have to answer 10,000 questions on the rules of 10-ball.
I'll make you a little flyer. We'll stick it up there.
We could do that because, I don't know.
Christmas did I do here?
And we'll talk about that, like you said, after the interview. We're going to have to see how this whole bar situation works out. Who's going to stay open? Who's not going to stay open? What leagues are going to run? What's not going to run? What we're going to do? What we're not going to do?
I've had a few interesting conversations with some venue owners. If you're watching right now and you are a venue owner, and it might be slightly off topic, I think, for the show, but tonight I would be more than happy to do it. So if you want to be part of my conversation after we get done talking with George, text me or message me, and
you know who we should talk to is Renee.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I'd love to talk to her. I love that guy.
Anybody out there wants to shoot Renee a message, tell
Renee that we want to talk to him. But we're going to
he's got some interesting insights on that, but it might get real political if we put him on the show.
Yeah, it might get crazy. But I'm going to message George so we can call him.
Well, there is a lot going on, and I just seen that Stu Key, which I was going to mention, he went out to the Vegas tournament. That was over the weekend. He said he had a rough go of it. I don't know if he went to it. We didn't really discuss it. All I know is it didn't go well for him.
I would say it couldn't have gone. If you didn't find out how he did, he probably didn't do
well. I think it was a 32 person field, and he, I don't know how much Stu plays on a 9-footer. On a bar box, Stu can play with just about anybody. I mean, even at an open level, he's considered an open player. Some would argue that point, but on a bar box, he plays pretty strong. And so I don't know. Like I said, he went out there. I know he played out in the Vegas. I want to say it was at what's the one out in Vegas? Is it Griff's? Is it?
It's Griff's. I think that was, and I forgot to look.
I can't remember what the venue is out there, but anyways, it was $1,000. It was $1,000 a guy and 32 players. It was $32,000 in the kitty, and I don't know what they paid out for the winner or anything like that, but I'm sure it paid out a pretty good chunk of change. And I'm trying to talk my Uncle Mike Walzer into putting me in the next one. So if my Uncle Mike's listening, it's only going to cost you $1,000 to put me in the tournament. Because they got another one coming up. I just posted it on the Pigeon Coop. We don't have it here yet. But it's called the Moby Dick of Tournaments.
The Moby Dick of Tournaments.
The Moby Dick of Tournaments. It's going to be a 10-ball on the bar box. You got to be a 580 Fargo rate and under to get entered in it. It's $1,000 to get in. Now, it might be full already. I have no idea. I'd have to talk to Stu. If Stu's listening, he might be able to shoot us a message in on the page and be able to let us know. But all I can tell you is that it is going to be a whale of a tournament. I'm quite sure.
That was good. A whale of a tournament.
Yeah, well, Moby Dick, whale of a tournament.
Yeah, that was.
I'm on the ball.
That was catchy, bro.
I'm on the ball. I'm always, I'm always trying to stay in tune.
What's up, Mr. Schneider? How you doing, buddy?
So,
Mr. Schneider in the house.
But anyhow,
what was that? Do you want to talk? We'll talk about that one.
What's that?
I'm waiting for George to get back a hold of me here.
No, that's fine.
So
what do you want to talk about?
I was going to say, did you want to talk about the Trent and Danny one?
Oh, well, yeah, we had the grudge match here. To be honest with you, I really, a lot of people are asking me what they were playing for. I don't really know what they were playing for. I think they were playing 100 a set. I'm not sure. Whatever, because we don't really discuss the money and I don't care. But we had the grudge match, and Danny Blackbird came here, took on Trent Bertlow, and they played They played 9-ball. No, they played 8-ball first, I believe.
I
And
think so.
that was a close game. Trent edged him out in the 8-ball. Then they turned around, played 9-ball. Danny fired back and repaid him, took the victory in the 9-ball. And then in the 10-ball, Trent won 9 to. It was getting sloppy towards the end. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't their best shooting towards the end. I think they were both kind of just wanting to get out of here. But I think Trent won 10 to 7 or 6 or something like that.
Trent may want to get out. Danny was in for a long haul. I don't know about his.
Well, he brought his wife with him. It was nice to meet her. She sat in the Pigeon Coop all night with a bunch of dudes. So she can't be half bad, Danny. She's just hanging out here at the Pigeon Coop.
Matt says he wants a rematch. The gods were singing that night.
Well, I'm sure Danny would give you a rematch.
Yeah, Danny doesn't seem to be the kind to back away.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you did bring me a.
Yeah, I brought you a water. I told you I'd bring you a water.
Taking care of a brother.
So yeah, I mean if you guys do, we'd be more than happy to stream that match too. Probably work out a deal and make that happen.
That'd be sweet to watch. Hey, let's take a quick second. While I'm trying to get a hold of George, let's take a quick second, give some love to our sponsors. We'll be right back. Hang tight.
CBM Construction offers all your construction needs. New builds, remodeling, heating and cooling services, and installation. Give them a call today, 815-716-6727. CBM is licensed, bonded, and insured to provide the ease of mind you're looking for. From start to finish, CBM is professional and friendly as they bring your dreams to life. Bill builds it best. Check them out on Facebook for more pictures of their amazing work. Looking for a getaway retreat? Wanting to live off the grid? We can help you with any of your wants and needs. Custom-built tiny homes for you. Taking orders now. Give us a call and we'd be happy to help you out. 815-716-6727. CBM Construction. 815-716-6727.
A&A Flooring in Sterling, Illinois, 2528 East Lincoln Way, 815-632-0675. Give Al a call for all your flooring needs, offering professional and affordable hardwood and carpet services. They'll help you choose the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. Check out aafloors.biz to use the on-site tool to check out flooring options from the comfort of your home without moving anything. You can stop in the showroom Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with additional appointments upon request. A&A Flooring, 815-632-0675. Make sure you tell them TNT sent you.
Yeah, and just a quick note before we give them guys a call. A couple of people had asked me, and I forgot to say something. The match that went off first was between Jeremiah and Steve Oder. Steve Oder beat Jeremiah 4-1.
Right. That's right. I forgot we streamed them.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
we did stream it. You can like and subscribe to the Pigeon Coop page now because the YouTube page is up and running. So if you want to go over there, you can like and subscribe to that because we'll start seeing some matches come up here now. And then Steve Oder played Sam Maggio, and Sam Maggio beat Steve Oder 4-1.
Yeah, search if you want to subscribe to that. You got to search Pigeon Coop Pool.
Pigeon Coop Pool
on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
Mike. We are broadcasting live from Rock Falls, Illinois, from the legendary Pigeon Coop.
Right.
So, they're ready here.
We've been losing money here since 2016.
They're ready here. We're gonna give these guys.
All right, let's give them a ring.
We're gonna give these guys a call real quick here. It is 7:15, right?
It is 7:15 on the button. So we're gonna give them a call.
Yeah. Do I have? Oh, I have to see if I have that. Let me see. Hold on.
And then we do have the other tournaments that we're going to talk about. But Josh Schutz was posting up one of the tournaments there coming up. That big team tournament that he's going to be putting on. So I don't know if you have a flyer on that yet.
I think it's
in October, towards the end of October.
Yeah, I think it's in the
It's in the
what's it? It's in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's in the upcoming tournaments thing. We'll find out.
Alrighty.
Where's the button I'm looking for?
That reminds me when I just seen that there. We got big matchups coming too. Another big pro match coming. Shane Van Boning and Dennis Arcolio. They're going to play 9-ball this time. I think it's a race to 120. I think they're going to run.
I saw Mike. He's coming to hang out at. Isn't that?
We got Chohan. Is that what Alex Pagalayan, and
that's not the one I want. He's
Somebody else going to be at Racks on the Rocks this Tuesday night.
right. But there was another
Tuesday.
one that Alex. I can't remember his last name. Sheepovich or.
Got me on that one, brother.
I'm horrible with names.
All I know is I just seen the post come up on the Racks on the Rocks that Alex Pagalian, Tony Chohan, Dennis Arcolio were going to be at the Racks on the Rocks, and I think there was a fourth player too, but I can't remember who it was. I could be wrong. Might have been just them three, but they're going to be at Racks on the Rocks Tuesday night. So if you want to go down, plunk down a couple $100, maybe you can race one of them to
that'd be interesting.
6 or 7 or something like that, just for fun. Say that you played Dennis Arcolio or Tony Chohan or Alex Pagalian or something like that. Right. So,
okay,
I'm pretty sure it costs you at least $100 anyways to play a couple games.
Yeah, it probably is not cheap. All right, where's my button? Okay. Oh, there it is.
All right, we giving them a call now.
We're going to. Hopefully they answer.
Well, let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
This is George that we're speaking to.
It's gonna be George and a couple of guys, I think.
All right.
I'm gonna turn this thing up. Why is that not clicking?
I don't know.
Click, fool. There we go.
You're the big producer over here. I'm just
doing your thing.
I'm just the eye candy.
Come on, baby. Gosh, that was loud, huh?
Holy ringing back.
That was loud, eh? He's not answering.
Can you see?
There he is. There he is.
Hey.
Hey, George, how you doing?
All Good. Right. How you doing, Greg?
Oh,
I assume it's Greg, right?
Yes. It's me in Hollywood here. Give me just 1 second. We're getting some stuff. How you doing? Who's with you?
So it's Jimmy Nosavan and Troy Honeycutt.
All right. Well,
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
We're trying to make it so everybody can see you here. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're good.
There you go.
Make sure my volume
and while we got you on here, I got to ask a question. We were just talking about Racks on the Rocks. So it looks like Dennis Arcolio is going to be around, Alex Pagalian, and Tony Chohan. So I'm sure you guys are going to be lining up to play them guys, right?
I was going to actually come and play, but I have no weekends off until mid-December, so I decided to back out.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I meet some interesting. I'm sure they'll probably. I'm probably sure they'll give you some weight.
Yeah. Maybe Boss Hill do them.
Right. So, anyways, we had the big tournament down at Racks on the Rocks, the ILLOWA Cup, and we got the winners right here on the line. What's your guys' names again?
George Walters,
Troy Honeycutt,
Jimmy Nosavan.
All right.
And we got to congratulate them. They were their first place winners. Now, how many teams were down there this year?
There were 9 teams.
And how many times have I asked George about this a little bit ago. You guys, how many times have you guys played in this before? I know George has played a few times.
This was my first time.
I've played in it 3. Yeah, I've played in it 4 times, I think.
Now, how many times have you guys played for this team, for the Des Moines team?
Oh, 3. This is my first.
Still my first.
I graduated college, bounced around cities, so I played for 2 different other teams.
Well, we might need to get him to move to Rock Falls and help us out here.
Okay, George, moving expenses will be on the Pigeon Coop. So, Jim, so has anybody else ever won before? I know you, George. You said you've won it with another team or 2. Have either one of you guys ever won before?
No, we got 3rd last year.
Yeah, 3rd last year.
So, this is my first time, so I've won it every year.
Yeah, you're batting 1,000. Look at it.
1,000.
Just quit now while ahead.
Yeah.
So my next question is, I noticed you guys don't have the cup sitting there. Where's it hiding?
Oh, it's not hiding. It's proudly displayed here at Big Dog's out of our home room here.
Awesome.
Bar.
So you guys,
able to bring it.
That's cool.
Come on and check it out.
We really want to, because we're hoping to get out there at some point and check some stuff out. Because if I'm not mistaken, along with hosting a great championship team as well, Big Dogs is also part of. Isn't it one of the sanctioned venues for the NBL?
I'm not sure what that. What is define NBL? What does that mean?
I think it is it's in the new Ed Ladawi's new league. his
I'm
series.
not.
Well, it's not a league; it's a
Nope.
tournament that he's going to be
series
running.
of tournaments that he's running.
And one of them's
think
gonna
they
be at
are
Big Dogs. Yeah.
Maybe they forgot to tell you guys.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
We have a
Expo that's held that counts towards Moscone Cup points when they have all the pros come.
Right.
Right, and
They've been trying to get off, but with COVID, it keeps getting pushed back, and I think it's the middle of December now, maybe
Right.
December
Yeah.
12th
The
or
second
14th or something.
second weekend in December, I think, is when it is.
All right. Well, so let's talk about the game some. You guys, I mean, obviously going in, everybody's convinced they're going to win. But when you guys saw the lineup, when you first saw the lineup of teams, were there any that kind of jumped out to you that you thought were going to be problems for you?
Well, I mean, obviously Peoria. I mean, they won it last year, and they have Abe Shade or Shad. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and then
Shab.
Franklin and Josh Suits. They all played fantastic. And the other teams, a lot of the teams fell out. And I didn't recognize any of the Illinois teams or most of them. I knew a couple players on the teams, but the rest of the guys there I didn't really know. But the kids really surprised us. When we played them in the finals.
Sure.
Good God, they played good.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Right.
that's Sam and the boys from You Got Action. Them guys have been playing together for quite a few years, and skill wise, probably not the one of the better teams there because they're a couple advanced players, couple few opens, or however they're set up. But as a team, they play really, really good, and they really inspire each other. So, it was I would say some would consider that an upset that they even got to second place.
Right. And it was a double elimination, right? Uh-oh. Looks like they might have froze on us. Oh, there they go.
Oh,
We lost
it froze.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah.
There we
There
go.
we
There you
go.
go.
It
What were you saying about upset or something?
Well, what we were talking about is that the kids, being that they only had a couple advanced players, couple open players on their team, and I know Jenna Bischoff played with them. Some would consider that a pretty big upset that they even got to second place. They keep locking up on us.
yeah, we're losing.
Well, I mean, like you were just saying, I think before we cut out, I mean, like, especially this format, like you can't underestimate the whole team chemistry. And I think, like you said, they played together before, and like they just really gelled well, and like that boded well for them, and that's why they played so good and had a great showing, and almost double dipped us.
Yeah, they played fearless. I mean, if they could see the ball, they were going to shoot it somewhere and make it. That was the entire match. I think Sam shooting like long or side rail, opposite corner banks like on us. I was like, what the hell is going on here? These kids are making everything. But
yeah, Sam is definitely.
we were lucky to
fearless.
get him in the second set.
So, who was your guys' first match out the bat? I saw the bracket, but as many people know, I have a horrible memory.
Yeah. So yeah, we played Godley, I think is the name of the town, and I actually bought them at the Calcutta because I know one of their masters, Bobby Maxon. He's a player, and so I'm like, I'm just going to buy him in the Calcutta, and then we ended up playing him right out the gate, which was unfortunate, but that's who we played for the round.
It was unfortunate for George.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Not
Well, now with the COVID and all the restrictions that we have, I'm sure that there was probably a little light on teams. I mean, normally, is 9 about what the teams are for that tournament, or is there usually more than that, or not?
No, I mean, there's typically, it's a max of 16, and there's typically like the 12 to 14 range. And I think, obviously COVID is a factor, but I think the main contributor is it's been in Iowa like the past 4 or 5 years. I think, Davenport won and they held it in Clinton, Iowa in like 2018. But a lot of the Iowa teams didn't go, which, before most of the Iowa, the tournament was heavily weighted towards Iowa. And this year it was heavily weighted towards Illinois. So hopefully this year, Big Dogs is, one of, if not the best pool hall in Iowa, as far as, capacity-wise and number of tables. Hopefully we can fill a full 16.
Yeah, and hopefully we can bring in some of those from the western part of the state,
Yeah.
Northwest. There's Team Sioux City. They should be able to put a team together, different areas, and hopefully we can build upon. And I think this is just kind of a down year for everything this year, right? So the turnout's a little low, and you just don't really know what you are going to have. And didn't they change the date initially? So
the date got changed, but
So I mean, all those factors, might impact, different ways.
So will you guys?
Hopefully
Will you
Chicago puts the team together next.
Oh yeah. So will you guys act? Will you guys spend some time building up to the next one? Will you guys do some active recruiting, trying to get some more teams to defend your title against?
For sure. I mean, now that the cup's here, we want to make it bigger, right? Like I think it's kind of like on each team that each year that they try and do something and add, something new to it, and make it bigger and more exciting. And like that's how we're gonna make it grow and make it get to be something really big and exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a normal tournament either. It's a really tough tournament to coordinate and pick a date because the guidelines aren't just you just show up with any 6 players and you can play. You have to have, like an open player, like 2 open players that are like intermediate level, I guess for Iowa, that's the rules, and then advanced players and then master players, and then they all have to get voted on. And some teams can't field a full team, so then they drop out and you have to find somebody else. It's very tough to coordinate. So I think that definitely plays a factor every year on why we can't fill it. And typically it's like 4 months out before like the date. So it usually is in October. And so it starts in June or July when like you start putting the word out like, hey, this is going to be like the possible date. You should start thinking about getting your teams together. And I think that's what we're going to do this year is hopefully around that June, July, midsummer area is when we're going to put the word out that, hey, put this on your calendar.
Just exposure, right? We have all this social media, and so like we can use that, easily as a tool to like spread this and try and make it bigger. As you're hosting it, you want it to be the biggest, tournament that Iowa Cup's ever had. You know what I mean? So like we kind of take pride in that, and so I think we're going to try and do some things to make that happen.
Well, yeah, and hopefully, like this year, we really wanted to go down to Racks on the Rocks, be part of the streaming, and do all that kind of stuff, do some commentating for the matches and all that kind of stuff. We just couldn't make it work out. Just couldn't get enough sponsor money and everything together with COVID and everything going on. People are tight on money this year, so maybe next year, at least if not us, get a streaming company out there to really cover it and get some commentating on it. It'd be nice.
What that is.
We're at Big Dogs right now, so we're in like a back room. I don't know if the generator just
I say you guys are notorious power problems over in that area. I've noticed the past month or so. You guys have had it.
We're gonna try and take it right outside the door here.
Okay.
It might be a little. I don't think there's any music playing quite yet.
Well, it's a live it's a live stream, folks. Just bear with us.
Right. For anybody who was curious whether or not we were actually live or not, we are.
Well,
really,
it's definitely live.
whatever it was must have stopped. They made it back.
Are live.
Yeah. So, how did the venue respond to you guys winning? Were they there supporting you?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, I mean, I've never been to Racks on the Rocks before, and it was a great place. I mean, outside I was like, I wasn't a little too sure about it because it was just off a main road, and it was kind of tucked back in there. We got inside, and the place was huge. I mean, it was a great place to play, and everybody there was nice, and
I think all of us had the quesadilla.
So you guys, you had to watch the show because you already answered Hollywood's next question.
What's that?
Food the whole time because that kind of it's kind of hard on you the whole day when you're playing 3 days eating crappy bar food. It's like your body can't function as well as it needs to. So
Yeah.
Tables too.
the tables definitely a big factor too. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So how about Big Dogs? I mean, was anybody from your venue there supporting you or?
No, I don't think we had any. There was
a few.
Yeah, there's a few people, but not too many. That's a long haul for
it's like
people
4 hours,
to.
yeah.
I guarantee you there'll be a ton next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do they determine where the tournament's going to be held from year to year? Is it the home the team that wins it? Do they bring it to their home pool hall? Is that how it works?
Right. Yeah. That's how it's determined. It actually started at Deep Pockets in, is it Moline? Was Deep Pockets Moline? Yeah, in Moline, and then they unfortunately closed down. But then it went from Deep Pockets to somewhere else, and then Waterloo won it, and then Davenport won it, then Cedar Rapids won it.
Yeah.
Peoria won it. Yeah, it's bounced around, but mainly stayed in Iowa besides Peoria when it started in Moline.
But yeah, that's kind of like not only do you get the cup, right? You get to host the tournament the next year. So there's a lot more excitement to it. It adds a little bit more fun to the whole tournament.
So was there that? I mean, obviously it's not going to be that because I mean you guys probably had a decent crowd of people watching, but was there that kind of Moscone-esque kind of feel to the environment during the tournament?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of it has to do with the format, right? Like, so nine ball is
Yeah.
about like getting in rhythm and playing. You usually play a longer set, when you're playing a better tournament. But to go up there and play one game and then turn around and go sit down, it takes a while. And, it's just hard to get that momentum and that rhythm going. And I think that just adds the complexity to the tournament, which makes it fun. But it adds to that environment because that's something different.
Oh yeah, it's definitely something that I've never experienced before besides actually being it. Because I mean, I've played in a lot of big tournaments with big names, and nothing compares to that adrenaline rush when you're down on a ball and like you got to make it, end the match. It's something that I really can't explain. It's an awesome event. Yeah.
So
And team always bring in a different dynamic, right? Like when you play by yourself, it's all on you to win or lose. But like when you play with the team, you have the other dynamic that you want to play well for them, and like it's a little harder on you. You're a little harder on yourself when you don't play well, I guess, at times. So it's an interesting dynamic.
So I guess the question is, so you guys will be, it'll be at Big Dogs next year, and so I guess the question would be, since there has to be voting and stuff like that to put the team together, do you think that you'll be able to bring the same team back together next year to play the same tournament?
Uh-oh. Here they come. See if they make it back. Come on, guys. We got faith in them. Gotta love the internet, huh?
The internet in Iowa, I tell you, we have all sorts of problems whenever we do interview people from Iowa. Oh, here they come.
There they go.
Froze up on us again.
Yeah, there you go. There you guys are.
We see that.
You got out right in the middle of the question.
Well, here the question that I was asking is now I know that the teams have to
So
be
what was
voted
that
on.
question again?
So the teams have to be voted on. Will you be able to bring the same team back next year to defend your title?
Yeah. So, and from my perspective, or what it's always been, from what I know, is if you win the tournament, the next year you get to field the same team. But if you win it 2 years in a row, then you have to mix it up. You can't just keep having the same team win it over and over. Not saying we're going to win next year. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great teams. But, if we were to win next year, we'd have to mix it up. And I don't know what that looks like as far as, because we have three different levels of players. I'm not sure what that looks like, if we'd have to revamp the entire team or get rid of, certain players here or there. Either way, it doesn't matter. We got a lot of good players here in Des Moines, and we could definitely field another great
We're
team.
certainly going to try and make them figure out what you have to do at that point.
Right. Definitely.
won twice in a row. So.
Yeah, definitely test that theory. That's definitely for sure. So I got a question, and for each one of you guys, and you can answer it one at a time. What was the one moment in the tournament that stood out for you the most? Was it a shot or just something like that? What was that one thing that's going to stick with you until next year?
Oh, you go first, Jenna.
I think last match against Jenna, I had a pretty good breakout on the ball. I was almost straight in, to basically kind of win us the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, broke ran out to win us the match. I think that was that's very memorable for me.
I think for me it was like in between after what was it? The kids beat us. What the name?
The first Moline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Moline.
Well, yeah, the first time that they beat us because I wouldn't play very good that set, and so I put a lot of expectation on myself to play better in the next set. So I mean I think it was in between there, and I feel like I played better that second set, and so yeah, I think for me that was kind of like the personal, for my growth. What was the difference for me? It was in between that set there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best moment for me is beating Peoria, because the previous year, with Cedar Rapids, when I played for Cedar Rapids, because I just moved to Des Moines probably about a year ago or so, we had a chance to beat Peoria, and they played great. Amazing pool, and they ended up beating us. I think Hill, and then this year we came back and we beat them. So I think that was definitely a sweet moment for me. Yeah.
A little feather in the cap, so to speak.
little prize to stick with the trophy. Yeah. Well, so I had another. Did I know we asked going into it? Did you guys? How close to your? I mean, obviously, you guys going in, you knew you were going to win. That was probably mindset. But as far as the rest of the turnout, do you think other teams kind of finished where you thought, or were there any big surprises?
Well, I mean, I guess Moline beating Peoria is a huge surprise, right? Like, I mean, and actually, beating, I guess from our standpoint, it was a surprise that we lost that one the first time, because we were all playing well together, and like things like that happen in those tournaments.
Right. I mean, I didn't really know a lot of the other teams. Like I said, I knew like a player or two on each, but I fully expected it to be a Peoria Des Moines final. And I was scrolling through social media, a week prior or so, and some people were leaving comments about Moline saying, like, oh, geez, they're not going to make it, or they look, pretty broke right now. And it was funny at the time, and then they show up and they just run over Peoria. I don't know if they ran over, but just using it as an analogy, they ran them over, and then they beat us first set. I mean, they played amazing. So I mean, that was probably the biggest surprise was them taking Peoria out of the tournament and then coming back and playing us in the finals.
So did you guys? Now you said that they beat you in the first one. Did they force a knockout match, or did you guys come back from the loser side?
We were on the winner side.
Okay, so
yeah, we won the hot seat against Peoria.
Okay,
and then they played Peoria for them, and then beat us first set, and then we beat them in the second set.
So
but talk about shocking and just the way that this format can go. Moline beat us 7-1 the first set.
Wow.
So
yeah, they torched it. Here, I think I played pretty darn good the entire tournament, and then we come to the finals, and I lost a leg, and I sat in the chair for, Sam Henderson broke and ran on me, and, River played exceptional against me. I mean, I was just sitting there just twiddling my thumbs, watching people run out and saying, hey, run out, and then we didn't take care of it, second match. But.
So, so knowing that they put the business to you in that first set when they played you, and they came back to you guys in the finals, did it concern you at all? And then of course, then they beat you the first set, where you kind of wondered, did you kind of go, man, we might be in trouble, or
I think it made us bear down more, honestly.
I mean, but really, we know if we all played, to our ability, things will go better. And I think we all knew that we each, maybe lost a game or.
I love the internet. I think the internet should get the Nobel Peace Prize. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Let's see if they catch up here. There he is. We're having all kinds of trouble. I'm assuming it's because all kinds of pool players are coming in there using up your guys' internet. But maybe it's sometime down the road, maybe we can get the rest of the guys together and we can talk to you again. But we're going to go ahead and let you guys go now. And it was great talking to you. Great job taking the cup. It had to, like you said, it had to feel pretty good getting it from Peoria. You always hear what a powerhouse they are, and they only won it once before that. They weren't going for a three-peat, right? For some reason, I thought they were going for a third title in a row. Nope, they froze up on us again. Wow. All right. Well, that was the Big Dog team from Des Moines, the champions of the ILLOWA Cup. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure.
I say ILLOWA Cup. I'm not sure exactly how you say it, but unfortunately, we're having an internet issue keeping them connected. But we want to wish them guys all the best. They put the team together. They won the winner's side. The You Got Action team came back. They went ahead and come back and
Put it to them.
Put it to them 7-1, like they said. So then they had to come back, and and win. So I mean, it's not like they just steamrolled everybody.
No.
They could have lost, and you got action boys. They showed that they can play. And and that's right. They did have Jenna Bischoff on the team. I forgot about that.
Jenna,
but Jenna plays really well. As I far and well to know, because I played her on a stream once and got it handed to me.
Yep. Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, we didn't mean to cut you guys off. George, Jimmy, really appreciate them hanging out and talking with us. And maybe at some point we'll get together with them again and
we get
do something.
Get a little bit better internet service out there, connected out there, so we can stay connected.
Maybe we'll
with
get the other side of the story next week. Maybe we'll talk to the You Got Action boys and see what they have to say about that. I did get Renee's number. We might give him a call. And talk to him. We got some other stuff we're gonna take care of real quick because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Which one do you want to do first?
Well, let's hit our sponsors real quick again one more time.
Yeah, let's take
let's take a quick break and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about this rant that you want to go on.
Well, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that after. We'll figure it out. We'll do that.
Well, we can talk tournaments too.
We got results and upcoming stuff.
Oh well,
let's take a second real quick. Take care of our sponsors, and then we'll be back in just a minute, and we'll continue this lovely show of ours. A&A Flooring in Sterling, Illinois, 2528 East Lincoln Way, 815-632-0675. Give Al a call for all your flooring needs, offering professional and affordable hardwood and carpet services. They'll help you choose the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. Check out aafloors.biz to use the on-site tool to check out flooring options from the comfort of your home without moving anything. You can stop in the showroom Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., with additional appointments upon request. That's A&A Flooring, 815-632-0675. Tell them TMT sent you. I think I've been saying that wrong. aa.floors.biz. So check that out. We'll be back in just 1 second. Hang tight.
CBM Construction offers all your construction needs. New builds, remodeling, heating and cooling services, and installation. Give them a call today, 815-716-6727. CBM is licensed, bonded, and insured to provide the ease of mind you're looking for. From start to finish, CBM is professional and friendly as they bring your dreams to life. Bill builds it best. Check them out on Facebook for more pictures of their amazing work. Looking for a getaway retreat? Wanting to live off the grid? We can help you with any of your wants and needs. Custom-built tiny homes for you. Taking orders now. Give us a call and we'd be happy to help you out. 815-716-6727. CBM Construction. 815-716-6727.
I love our sponsors. They're
I
awesome.
do. Yeah, you gotta love the sponsors. And did you? So we're gonna go over some results.
Let's do some results real quick. We're gonna have to do them fast because I'm having an issue with my buttons, so they're just gonna fly through. So I'm gonna read things as the pictures are going by. So it's not gonna work like it usually does. So you have to keep up with me.
Well, I'm just gonna let you read. I'm just gonna stand here.
You stand there.
Because you got the paperwork.
You do your thing. But yeah, they're gonna. And I know one of them's out of order. So let's see if I can remember where it's at. I gotta find it. Hold on. Let me get this ready. There it is. I printed one out of order. So let's see how well I can do my timing and talking. So we every week we do a little segment here where we talk about tournament results, where operators and directors can can send their results into us, and sorry, and we will highlight you guys and your finishing. Good Lord, what? I can't. Bob, it was funny, and then Bob started laughing. It was even funnier. But anyhow,
I don't know what they're laughing about.
So you can send in your results, and you can send me pictures and all kinds of stuff, league results, tournament results, and we'll go over them and highlight and tell everybody how cool they are. And of course,
do we have a blooper reel?
We're going to soon.
This must be the blooper reel.
We got our friend Roy over at Twisted Rose sent us some stuff, so check this out. And of course, he's testing my name saying ability because you guys know I suck at this. This first one should be
we should just go with
Saturday's 8-ball tournament. Brian K. and Chris Homer took first and second. And is it not going to go now? It's not going to go.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm just going to talk about it. We won't show pictures.
I don't know.
Oh, you come on. Let's see if it's going to work. Hold
There's
on.
something wrong with the floor over here. I don't know what's going on.
Something's creaking.
There's something making noise on the floor over here.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so now it's going to start going. I had the wrong button pushed. Let's try this. My buttons that make it go by itself is not working. So here we go. Now the pictures are going to start flying by. So Saturday at Twisted Rose, they had their 8-ball tournament. Congratulations to Brian Kay and Chris Horner, who took first and second. I think I forgot to put the picture up, but it says, I don't even know what the heck that's supposed to say, but it says Rez Jimenez and Roy took third and fourth. I thought I had a picture. I didn't. Over at Dave's Place, 8-ball saw 28 players, 200% payback after many long battles. Jim Fridley and Miles Forrest took first and second, with superfan Hans von Niesen taking third.
Great job, Hans.
Yes, he also won the longest distance traveled to make the money after making his loving wife drive all the way from Nebraska to join us.
And then drove me home and dropped me off. That
Yep.
was nice of her.
Coming in fourth place, I'm not even trying to say his last name because there would be jokes all day. It was Bob D. We're just going
Good
to say
shoot.
Bob D.
Bob put me on. Bob put me on the loser side.
And then I think this is the one that's
that
out of
SOB.
order. The Sunday 9-ball chip tournament. Adnan Talik won that one over the Twisted Rose. It's the Sunday 9-ball tournament. Here comes my friends. Tuesday nights, 5:15 under 9-ball. Pardeep Lal and Roy took first and second. There's our boy Roy hanging out. They
Job,
took
Roy.
first and second.
Nice second place.
And Steve Wirtz took third place, and that was the Tuesday night's 5:50 and under 9-ball tournament at the Twisted Rose. Pardeep double-dipped Roy in the finals to take first place after Roy sent him to the loser side in the hot seat match. Mark Horsting and Alex Crawford took first and second in the Thursday night killer 10-ball. And then third place was Eddie Balderas. And let's see. I think Greg Pitts, he'll be popping up here. He took fourth place in that tournament. It says Mark went on a tear going 16-7, facing off against Eddie in the hot seat and pulling off the 4-3 win. Alex took second round loss against Eddie and turned into a second place finish. Let's see. And then, of course, your champions we just talked to from the ILLOWA Cup, the Des Moines Big Dog Billiards team. Jimmy Nozavan, George Walters, Curtis Riley Sellers, Troy Honeycutt, Jeremy Goodner, and Jeremy Bates. Those are your tournament results for the week that I have, and that's all that people send in to me. So don't be afraid to send your stuff in if you want to make somebody famous. If you got cool pictures from your tournament and you want to send me cool copy like Roy does.
Yeah, we got to thank Roy out there. He's always giving us the
Yep.
results at the Twisted Rose. And if you're ever out in the Algonquin area and you want to play in a tournament, you can pretty much play in a tournament every night of the week in Algonquin at the Twisted Rose. I've been out there. It's a nice place. The food's great. The people are nice. You couldn't ask for nicer people running the tournament. You're playing on diamond tables. The equipment is in top-notch condition. So what more could you ask for?
We're going to, what do we got here?
And if you want to get a Fargo rate,
Yeah.
and you want to get something established in that area so you can go to other tournaments and travel around, and so you get a Fargo rate, there you go. You can get a Fargo rate with him. You can come down and play with us. If we ever get another, we can.
Right. Well, let's blast through this stuff real quick. We're going to blast through upcoming tournament stuff, and then I'll do my rant real quick. And we might, Renee, if you're watching, we might give you a call. I don't know if Hollywood's going to make how much time on it.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with the floor. I'll get somebody over here to check it. Maybe it was that chair.
It could have been the chair.
There's something wrong with
I don't
the
know.
chair or the
Let's
floor.
check out our
I don't know what's
upcoming
going on.
tournaments. You could send us your tournament information, and we will tell everybody about it and how to get to it and be a part of it. So send that to us. Get a hold of us. Scott's Doubles Chaps, Litchfield, Illinois, October 10th. Starts at noon. Registration starts at noon, 12:30. Get a hold of Donnie Jarman at 271-250-9466. Racks on the Rocks, Saturday, October 10th and 11th. No One's Barred 9-ball. $50 entry. Get a hold of Josh Suits, 309-203-5075 or call Racks. 101 Billiards, Lena, Illinois, Saturday, October 7th. Sign-ups at noon, break at noon. No, sign-ups at noon, break at 1. Register at TNT Pool, 833 TNT Pool, or BuddisWiser.net. Madson's Bowling and Billiards, 47th and Dudley, Lincoln, Nebraska, Saturday, October 17th, the 57th anniversary handicap 9-ball. You can find all this stuff is in our flyers are up the TNT page. I can't keep up with it as fast as I made as fast as I made these things go. So yeah, and then you saw the racked billiard, the Jack and Jill Memorial Tournament, some information about the TNT City Cup Showdown. This might possibly change. We'll get a hold of you on that. There's that thing you were talking about. I don't have anything about that.
Right, that's a big team tournament down at Racks on the Rocks. It's October 30 or October what on that?
23rd and 25th
Okay.
through the 25th.
Yeah.
There's the Jack and Jill one. I forgot about that. That one's in Clive, November 7th, Clive, Iowa. And then the Connect South Fort Madison tournament is right there. Again, you can find all these flyers in the TNT at the TNT Facebook page in the Flyers album. I'm sorry that my information giving sucked because I couldn't keep up with the pictures.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an issue there.
Having
We'll get that fixed so we can
we'll-
slow it down and read it. But I wanted to talk about the Racks on the Rocks tournament that's coming up. They're going to take 48 teams, 16 women's teams, 48 teams. Now this is set up. Now we didn't get to go to Illinois State this last year, and then Iowa got canceled too. So Racks and Rocks is nice enough. They're trying to put something together to where we can go down there and have a big team event. So if you got teams together, you can contact Josh Suits down there at Racks on the Rocks. He can give you the information. I know that it's Iowa's a little bit different than Illinois, I believe. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know there's a spot somehow, and it determines on if you have open players, advanced players, master players on your team, and the assortment thereof, and how the handicap works. It is a handicap tournament, so everybody does have a chance. And so let's load that tournament. Let's fill that up. 48 teams down there. That'd be a good time. I mean, going to be a few days, take a couple, 2-3 days, probably the whole weekend to get it done, but it'd be fun. And, good food, good service, nice place, plenty of hotels around the area. You got the casino down there, so
Right.
what more could you ask for? So let's fill that up for Josh Suits down there because that's going to be a good time.
I think it will be a good time. Hopefully it works. So as most of you have heard, I'm gonna claim that this is still pool related. That's mine, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna claim this is still pool related because it has to do with whether or not we can play pool. Now, next Sunday, October 4th, was supposed to be the start of the TNT Dixon Fall League. Now, before we get too far into it, the TNT Dixon Fall League will be delayed by 1 week. As many of you may have heard, here in Illinois, Region 1 in Illinois, they have announced a slight step back in the COVID restrictions, stating that no indoor service is allowed at bars and restaurants, and it gets really kind of cloudy from there out, because this is the part I don't get, and this is the part that kind of, excuse my language, it pisses me off just a little bit. Because the bars don't have to close. The bars can stay open, so you can go in there to go to the bathroom, and so you can go sit at the gaming machines to play video gaming, so you can pay the government. But you can't drink, you can't talk to the bartender, you can't play pool, you can't do anything but play the video games.
That's correct.
Now,
they'll be at 25% capacity.
But so because they're little dividers, they're saying that they're going to let people play, though. You know what I mean? They can.
Correct.
So, you know what I mean? So, now, this is where things start getting tricky. There's been a lot of rumblings in the past week since Tuesday when it announced. A lot of places have voiced their concerns and their complete total opposition to this. There's many places that are saying, you know what, screw it, we're staying open. They don't care. They went as far as last night in Rockford, Illinois. There was a
Giovanni's,
I believe it was a lawyer, held a seminar informing local business owners about their rights as far as what they could and couldn't do, and how things would happen, and how they had to happen and be done correctly. And it seemed to have really empowered a lot of places. Now, this is where I think this part of the conversation is going to get tricky, because this is, as you guys know, TNT we're about promoting pool and the people and places and that grow and promote our sport. Now, this might be slightly off of that, but it's got to be said, because one, this whole deal is messing with me promoting and growing the sport, because I can't start my leagues. I got pool players that were itching to go. Blackhawk just had their league started, and they played 1 week, and now they're had to postpone things. Now, I've talked to the couple venues that support my league in Dixon. one of them, and I'm not going to say who because I don't want him. I mean, I don't think he would care. But one of them flat out, and I will semi-quote, said, "F them, I'm staying open. Come on down."
Well, here's the tricky part. Here's the tricky part, and I know that they went up there to Giovanni's and they had that big seminar and they had all that kind of stuff and so on and so forth for small businesses and stuff like this. And the thing about it is, it's not only hurting the bars and the restaurants, but there's other small businesses that are being affected by this too. And what doesn't make any sense to me, and I'll get into my point here in just about the bars in just a second, but what doesn't make any sense to me, but it's tricky, and I'm not here to make a point. I'm not here to argue one way or the other, but the thing about it is, what I can't understand, what somebody more educated than I is going to have to explain to me, how is it that you can go into Walmart with 1,000 people and that's okay, or Menards or big box stores, whatever's going on, and that's nothing against them. I mean, they're running a business too, so I mean, it's not a big deal. But what doesn't make any sense to me is how can you go in there? People are touching things, sneezing, coughing, God knows what's going on in there, and that's all fine, but you can't go into a bar with 50 people and sit down and have a beer or eat or whatever. Here's the tricky part. Here's the part that I don't know, and maybe we could talk to Renee, and maybe he could clear it up and explain it too, because this is the part that I don't know. And what I don't know is if you go ahead and break the rules, so to speak, which, according to this lawyer from Giovanni's that did this thing up there in Rockford, he said that there's nothing that the state can do. They can't come after you. They can't do this. They can't do that. But what I would be concerned about, and I'm sure what the bars are worried about, is them shutting their gaming machines down. That would be the biggest thing, because if they shut the gaming machines down, then they have no income at all. Now, you have places like, for example, I won't use any names, but let's just say you have places that are specifically built for gambling. Not bars,
Right?
But the gaming parlors that they have
and
now.
that was how they worded it too. Because that was part of the new thing, was they said gaming and casinos could stay open.
Right. And what and okay, so if you have a smaller facility that's basically designed for just people to come in and play the machines, you're really not hurting them anyways. Then they're not selling a lot of beer in them places, trust me.
Right.
I've been in there. They ain't selling much beer.
Right.
It's not like they're hanging out in there and getting hammered and pulling an Eric Mars and drinking, 19 beers and 25 shots. That's not happening in other places. But, places like downtown here, we got the Whiskey Barrel, we got the Cooler, we got PJ's, got all them places downtown. What makes absolutely no sense to me is you can walk into the place, you can use the bathroom, you can gamble on the machine, but you can't get a soda.
You can't even talk to the bartender.
Yeah.
They told you got to take the.
So the part that doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm just trying to make common sense out of it because it don't make common sense to me. And like I said, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I get it, but yet you can walk into Walmart with 500 people. I just don't understand it.
Okay.
Somebody that's smarter than me is going to have to explain that part to me.
This is my takeaway from the things that, again, I apologize for being a little off topic and going down this route, but it has been bugging me for so long that I find this is what I've gathered so far from what they've told us. Apparently, COVID can only get you in a bar
after 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
after 11.
After 11 o'clock in the bar and at the bar, but not the game. The gaming machines apparently put off some kind of anti-COVID radiation or something that keeps COVID from getting you at the machine.
That is correct.
So
that is what I'm understanding. Anyways.
So apparently the cure-all for COVID is to sit in front of a gaming machine and then run away after 11 o'clock, because.
By spraying Lysol around your head while you're running out the door?
Run off in a cloud of Lysol while you're wearing your mask.
And we're not making light of it in the sense that, COVID's a real thing. I get
absolutely.
That. But the part that just doesn't make, it's hard for me to wrap it into my brain where you can't.
Oh, but you can go, and it's afraid of Walmart.
Right.
The COVID's afraid of Walmart. Don't get me wrong. I'm afraid of Walmart sometimes, but.
I understand it. It's just one of them things where.
Yeah,
Right.
and this I think, and that, like and Bob just said, that's just something that's kind of it just not for a minute do I doubt the whole COVID thing. Is there a virus out there making people ill?
Sure.
Of course there is.
Sure.
But
There's
if you
all sorts of stuff out
how
there.
do you expect anybody to take it seriously if you're going to sit there and try to tell me that you can't catch it at Walmart, you can't.
I know. I get it.
But then you want to get technical and talk about there's no every study they've done shows that there was no uptick in it from bars reopening.
Once again, it probably depends on who you ask and what side of the fence you're on, and
Right.
I don't have a horse in the race. It
No.
doesn't make no difference to me.
Right.
I don't care.
Because me. I mean, because I'm rolling in that league operator money.
Right.
And by not having my leagues running is starving my children.
But we will say this. I mean, the City Cup thing that we do got going on. If worst case scenario, we're going to do it right here at the Pigeon Coop. Worst case scenario, because we only need one table and we can commentate and film from right here. So that's not going to be a problem.
You're not gonna
Those
miss
people
that.
will be more than welcome to come here and play, and I'll
Yes.
accommodate them. There's bathrooms, there's places, you can bring your own drinks and whatever you want to do. So we'll make sure that happens. And I even was going to mention something to Teresa. Worst case scenario, if everybody did want to get their leagues done and we wanted to chop it up 2-3 nights a week,
Well, see, and
they could come in here and we could have so many teams tonight
And
and keep it rolling until the end. So
this is the other thing about this situation that irritates me a little bit. Or not, I guess what irritates me, but then I don't understand is because all this stuff, it's like it's a giant downhill. I can't think of nice words to say. It's just a giant downhill cluster.
yeah, I got you.
Because
I understand.
Everything about this, you're screwing the bars that take care of the game of pool.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because long story short, yes, big tournaments, professional players, that stuff, it's hurting them too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, the big pool halls have got to be hurting.
You know
too.
what I mean?
They've taken a beating over this. There's
Because
some of them
they
that's pulled
don't-
down.
Right, because they're in that spot where they can't do anything. They're just they're like they don't even fit into a category, so they just basically got boned.
Sure.
And then you went and teased them here for this past couple months or so. And said, okay, you can be open for a little bit. Oh, you got a little money in your pocket? Oh, well, we're going to take most of it real quick, and we're going to shut you back down.
And the thing about it is then you got the state of Florida. They're just opening.
They're just
Pardon my friends. They're just opening shit. They're just saying, screw it. Just open all the shit up.
let's
We're
go.
gonna have concerts. They're
Yep.
gonna let just balls to the wall. There you go.
go for it.
So once again, it can get so political, and in today's world, it's hard to separate the two. I don't, like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight when it comes to the Republicans or the Democrats.
I
Let them do whatever they want. I don't care.
I've given up completely on
Yeah,
politics.
I'm not going to hop on one side of the fence or the other. You have a right to believe or vote for whoever you want to, and I think that's what America's based on. That's what we should be doing, and I'm all for that. Just vote for whoever you want to vote for. I don't even, because back when I was growing up, one thing that you didn't talk about was politics and religion.
Right.
That's just something you didn't do. You kept that stuff to yourself, and that's just how it was. In today's world with social media and the way it is, it's just blown up. Everybody hates each other. You're either on my side or on your own side. There's got to be some common sense middle ground there somewhere, folks.
You remember when common decency and just staying alive was a big thing?
Correct.
But see now, and
I don't know how I made it through childhood. I have no idea.
I know. I mean, Jesus Christ. But so, okay. So now, just to full circle us around and come around to this. This is where I'm going to tell those people, because like I said, a lot of these places we talk to, a lot of them have decided to stay open. And personally, I'm going to go ahead and say I applaud them.
Sure.
I do. And
They are taking a risk.
They are, but you know what? Everybody takes a risk every time.
Well, I'm talking about from a business standpoint.
Well, no.
I don't know what the governor's going to try to do, what they're going to try to lock down. Now, there's some counties and there's some sheriffs and police departments are saying we ain't enforcing none of that.
Winnebago has said that they're not going to do anything.
Correct.
And we get that, but again, I applaud those that are going to stay up and do their thing. But look, Bill Lilly, our lovely sponsor.
Yes. Mr. CBM
He's-
Construction himself
It's a nice
has
shout out.
arrived at the Pigeon Coop.
Yep. But anyhow, I applaud them, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to say right now, if you are going to stay open and do it, you know what? Let me know. You want people to know, let me know. I'll tell people about it. But at the same, and I want people to understand that, like you said, everybody, they're taking a risk, but you got to understand they're taking that risk not only because of the money. I mean, obviously it is part of because it's their livelihood.
Money has a lot to do with it. That's their livelihood.
Their livelihood, and you can't blame them. You can't blame them for wanting to be around because the honest truth about this is when this finally is done and over with, there's going to be a lot of places we used to go that we're not going to be able to go to again. And that really irks me. There are a lot of really cool places that people hang out in that they're not going to be able to after this, and it infuriates me.
Yeah, well, and the thing about it is, and we'll probably talk a little bit more about it next week, and we'll figure it out. But the thing about it is, like I said, it somewhere along the line, common sense has to kick in, and there's got to be some middle ground here, some way, somehow. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me how you can go in a group of people of 500 people and go into Walmart and you're fine to go in there, but you can't go into a restaurant with 50 people. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's
to me.
this, and this is something I've talked about for the longest time. Not even this country. The world has come to a point where they think we can control everything.
Well.
You know what I mean? They think, oh well, we can control it. If we tell people this, then it can't happen.
Right.
You can't do this, so it won't happen to you. Blah blah. Anyhow, we're gonna get off that.
Yeah, right.
We did.
So there you go. There's his rant.
But yeah. So, but again, if you're staying open and you're going to take the risk, I applaud you. If you need help from TNT and you want us to help tell people that you're hanging out and doing it, we'll do that.
Yeah.
If you love that little venue, that little place in wherever that you go hang out, and they tell you they're going to be open and whatever, go support them.
Well, not only that, but on the TNT page, on the Pigeon Coop page, if you're going to be one of them bar owners, restaurants owners, are going to have something out there that have helped support pool and stuff over the years, hey, we'll throw you up.
Oh yeah,
we'll throw you up. We'll throw you out the word that you're going to be open,
yeah.
And you're giving a big middle finger to the state, and you're just saying, well, you can say whatever you want, but we're staying open, and if that's what you're going to do, we'll let people know that the doors are going to be open, and let them do whatever they want.
Again, I get it.
I don't know how they're going to get, I don't know if they're going to restrict how they're going to serve liquor to them or anything like that, but hey,
be safe.
I don't know how any of that's going to work.
But still be safe about it. Remember that, that people are getting sick. It's happening.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's happening. So at least if you're going to do it, support those people. Be safe about it for one. But just, I just want to play pool, man.
Well,
I just want to play pool.
In the Pigeon Coop tournament this Sunday,
Yes.
Jason versus Sam Maggio will be going on.
Watch.
We got big tournaments coming on. One down at Racks on the Rocks. We got the team event coming up in October, so make sure you pay attention about that.
Yeah.
Got the big matchup, the big pro matchup coming up. The Dennis Orcolio is going to be taking on Shane Van Boning in 9-ball. I think it's a race to 120 on this one. Could be a race to 100. I'm not sure.
I'll find something.
I'm just trying to get him to change subjects so I can get him to calm down.
I know. I'm good. I'm good.
So
no, but I apologize. I'm sorry, but I had to get off my chest. So don't forget next week. Send us your upcoming stuff that you got going on, so we can tell people about it. If you got some results, send them to us. If you want to be on the show, you want to come on the show and talk to us. Tell us your story and share it with other people about your league or something you got going on. Man, do it. Like I said, we are all about promoting the people and the places that help grow and promote our sport. And by giving us the opportunity to share your story, that's what we're doing. We're getting it out there, and we love doing it. We absolutely love doing it. And it doesn't have to be just in our area. As you've seen, we'll share tournament information anywhere, because you never know when somebody's going to show up from across the country to play in one of your tournaments.
Drive 8 hours
just to play in a tournament.
And I think Hans probably made just enough money
to get back.
To maybe cover gas money. Maybe.
He might have been able to pay a toll.
Well, I guarantee it wasn't.
He made enough to pay a toll.
I don't know if there's tolls from
that
here to
way.
Nebraska that way.
I don't know.
I don't think there is.
But it was awesome.
Either way, it was
Yes,
nice to have
it was
Hans on
totally
the show.
awesome meeting Hans, and he's so funny. His wife was great too. They were,
and she could play.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
a player. She could play.
if somebody hadn't made her drive 8 hours before the tournament, she probably would have done better.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Hans is better than she is. But really really nice people, and it was really nice to meet them. And they plan on coming back out there. I told them,
Yeah, they were.
that we would try to arrange something. Maybe they got something going on. Maybe I think it's in November or something like that.
we're TNT's working on. We might be making our way out to Fulton, seeing how, depending on how things go.
Sure.
With everything we've said, no tolls. Hans says
No tolls. Perfect.
Hans is he's such a super fan. He's always there.
He tunes in every Friday night on the next episode of Off the Rail.
But keep track on TNT to watch for your favorite tournament. We do have a couple coming up this month, and we don't know how things are going to affect those. So I will tell you this much: I am going to hold out to the very last minute before I make a decision on that. And I don't want to put anybody on the spot or anything like that. But I don't want to have to cancel too soon, because as soon as I cancel too soon, the way they're talking, things could change real quick.
in 2 weeks.
It could change in 2 weeks, so we might still be able to do that. So if you were planning on going to 101 on the 17th, I didn't even put that new one on there. We'll be back at Dave's Place on the 24th of October. So if you plan on going to either one of those, just keep an eye on it. Still get signed up. Keep an eye on the TNT page, and we'll find out, and we'll let you know. The City Cup will happen this month. It will either happen the day it was supposed to happen or possibly sooner. Because my plan is, if things get bad to the point where the people can't play, I don't want them to sit too idle too long. So we might up it and do it a little sooner, but we'll see.
Okay.
I'm getting word that the cooler, wagon wheel, cooler and wagon wheel are staying open. Whiskey Barrel is closed. Cardwell's is undecided. Route 30 slots is closed. So and remember, all this stuff goes in effect tomorrow.
So we're gonna,
Go hit them up tonight.
So stop by there tonight, get a beer, and then make sure you tip your bartenders and
Yep.
waitresses really good, because they're going to need it. Because
Yes.
they're going to be off work for a couple weeks. Well, some of them will be. And all I can say is that we'll just have to see how it goes, because
Yep.
I feel for the people that are in the bar business or in the restaurant business or in something like that, where they're being restricted like this. And I mean and I know it's easy to stand on the outside and
Right.
and look and people go, wow, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you got to wear a mask, and I'm not going to get into it. But the thing about it is what a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of people's livelihoods that are on the line here, and you can't keep shutting them down. Otherwise, everybody's going to go out of business, and that's not good.
Right.
That being said,
We're going to get out of here.
we're going to get out of here.
We're going to get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit that like and follow. And if you're not following TNT yet, what's wrong with you, man? Seriously. I'm going to leave you with how to get your own TNT Fight Night, because we're going to try to get you some more here. So check this out for how to book your TNT Fight Night. Get yourself on the stream.
We do got one coming up.
We do.
Or I got one big one in the works, and I think it's getting close.
We hinted last week.
Maybe a couple weeks, maybe a
Can't
month
tell
or so
yet.
away. But no. I think I've got Jason Welker convinced that he's going to play River Burke. I think that match is going to happen. So
What about the other one that we can't talk about?
yeah. But anyways,
Anyhow.
I think that might happen. And we can't talk about the other one. But I want to see Jason Welker and River Burke play one another. And
I think that would be great. River was watching, actually. So.
I know.
All right. You guys have a great one. Check this out on how to get your own TNT Fight Night. We will see you next week. And remember, go shoot some pool, man, and let us know where you're doing it, because we love you.